A recent study revealed that even though you see Eva Longoria, Sofia Vergara, and America Ferrera on film and TV a lot, Latinos continue to be underrepresented in Hollywood, both in front and behind the camera. Martin Cabrera is hoping that a visit to neighborhoods like Back of the Yards from Latinos that are making it in Hollywood will help inspire more Hispanics to pursue a career in the entertainment business, increasing our visibility in that industry. And Martin is with me this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so how did you come up with this idea of having folks that are making it in Hollywood that have a documentary and a play and telling them, go to the heart of our community and start talking to these kids to see if we spark a new generation that will change these dismal numbers, right?
I think I've known the producer, Ernie Quintero, for about 22 years. We would actually bring out their play to DePaul University, Northwestern, Notre Dame, and people loved them. And it's just having other kids in the neighborhoods that I grew up in, Little Village, have exposure to theater. And also that they have an opportunity that they could see somebody with their background, like a Luis Guzman or Ernie Quintero, that they can make it in Hollywood or in theater or in New York in different Broadway shows. I
know that this weekend the kids are going to have the opportunity to talk to producers, agents, and so on. But I want to talk about the documentary and the play that you have next weekend. Tell me about the documentary.
So the documentary, November is National Caregiving Month, Caregivers Month. And the documentary is by Ernie Quintero and Danny Haro. And it talks about how a family struggles caring for someone who's ill in their family. A lot of Latinos as well, they struggle financially. How do you find the network to support kind of some of those that are ill? But it also talks about the caregivers, how they become sick at times as well. And it takes a whole journey through a life of someone who is ill, but also how it impacts their family and the struggles and trials and tribulations and how it brings their family together too. It's a beautiful story on there.
What's the name of the documentary?
It's A Sacred Journey.
Wow.
And it's Ernie Quintero, who's a producer, and Danny Haro, but it's also based on his brother who was diagnosed with ALS at a young age.
Oh my goodness. Wow, and then the play? And
the play is The Last Angry Brown Hat. It's about the Brown Beret movement in Los Angeles and how a group of Chicanos that kind of came together that were young and feisty and really wanted to make change in their neighborhoods. They were part of the Brown Beret movement, and they come together years later after one of their good friends has passed away. And the setting is in one of the old garages that they used to hang out in as kids, but how they've gone in different directions. And some of those feelings that get stirred up and you know, the different paths that they've taken in life. But it's really a great play, and we've had so many universities kind of want them to kind of come back for the play, but it really kind of gives some of those younger Latinos kind of exposure to theater and even to the Hollywood industry.
So where are these two creations or these two works of art showing?
Yeah, so they will be at Back of the Yards High School, which is on 47th and Damon. And that'll be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And the play is free for everybody to come, and so is the movie. And the movie will be on Sunday from 1 to 3 p.m. at Back of the Yards High School as well.
And after that, producers are going to take questions and talk to the kids?
Yes, they're going to be there for questions and answers. And we're actually going to go visit some high schools on Friday to talk to the kids on the north side as well as on the south side of Chicago, so that those kids can get an experience of some of the struggles that they may be going through, that some of those actors went through when they were younger as well.
And they found an outlet for it in the arts.
Yes, and they have a passion for it. And I think for tomorrow and Saturday, we're going to be visiting at Morton College and at UIC with Luis Guzman, who's in Shameless and in Carlitos Way and so many other movies, but he wanted to come out here. He couldn't be in the play because he's shooting a movie, but he wanted to help out. So we're going to be raising money for CPS DACA students and other DACA students within the state. So it gives them the financial resources to continue their education and to persevere and to get through some of those difficult times.
Martin, why did you think that this would be a good idea? I know that personally you weren't exposed to theater, and when you were, it opened a whole new world for you. So why do you want to bring this into the community like this?
I think I'm a proud product of Chicago Public Schools, and I went to Bogan High School. and really giving students exposure and letting them know that they can make it and it is possible. And even in financial services, I was exposed to my senior year of high school, and I played the stock market game, but it allowed me to realize it doesn't matter how broke my family was, where I came from, little village, that anything is possible in this world and you can make it happen. And so to inspire other kids that know that they might have a talent to be behind the camera or in front of the camera.
Right. We need representation all around.
Yes. And Latinos in major films are only represented at 4% on there. And that has got to change. We represent 21% of the buying power, and we're $21 trillion, $2.1 trillion, but that's 21% of the U.S. buying power. So we are a force, and it's now recognizing them in front of the screen and behind the cameras.
So on the screen we're going to have the information for you to find out more about the events going on, and specifically at the Back of the Arts College Prep High School on November 7th through the 10th. It's at cabreracapital.com. You can find out more information so you could go see the play or the documentary. Martin, thank you so much. It's great to see you.
Thank you. And it's one of our partners, Back of the Yards Neighborhood Council, that we've teamed up to get this out there to all the kids throughout the city and suburbs and their families.
That's wonderful.